I'm KiKi Maroon, and this is SGTV. It's like HGTV, but with showgirls. Or sassy ghost.
Girl, you wish.
I do wish. In today's episode, I'm making cotton candy curtains. My costume shop has giant windows, and I'm tired of having to wear clothes in my own house just because the neighbors haven't talked to their kids about the birds and the bees and the stripping clowns. So today I'm going to show you how to go from this to this. The doors are great for light and ventilation and smoking. If I still did that, I quit again. But it sucks because I have to wear clothes. Not like I'm sewing naked. That's actually really dangerous, I found out, because needles sometimes break and they fly and you don't want them cutting you up. What happened to you? I sewed naked. But when we're costuming, we often have to do fittings, and so I have to put the showgirl outfits on the girls, and we're switching in and out to make sure this fits here, that fits there, pin it here, pin it there, and I don't want the neighbors asking all kinds of questions, so we're gonna fix that. Curtains are super basic. They're just giant rectangles. But you can trick people into thinking that they're much more than that by making your giant rectangles out of interesting fabric. I got this pink ruffle fabric at Joann's. It's so cute. It reminds me of the quinceañera dress I never had. My dad said that turning 15 wasn't a reason to pay for my family to get drunk, so instead we went to Six Flags. Joke's on him, my uncle was already there. Step 1, enjoy your fabric. Once it's on the curtain rod, all you can do is look at it. So play now. Caterpillar, baby, seaweed, virgin. Step 2, measure from the curtain rod to the floor, then add a couple of inches so you can wrap around the pole. Step 3 is cutting the fabric to that length, but I forgot to turn the camera on, so here's a dramatic reenactment. My pretty pink ruffle fabric is sheer, which kind of defeats the purpose of having curtains. Using burlesque logic of the power of the tease, one could argue that having sheer curtains is actually way more scandalous than having no curtains. So you need to cut a second piece of fabric to line it with. Something awesome I learned when I was going to school for costume design is ripping on the grain. Woven fabrics, like most cottons and stuff, it's just like a bunch of threads on a giant grid. That is how we get fabric. What you can do, because it is on a grid, if it's straight, that's a whole nother thing to explain. But as long as it's not like all warped and stuff, you measure out how long you need. You make a little snip. And then you rip and rip and rip and rip. You don't have to worry about whether or not it's straight. It's ripping on the thread. It's like your guide. You rip, you rip, you rip, and it's straight. Unlike all of my friends. Truth. Step 5, pin the lining to the ruffles. The books are just to weigh the fabric down to keep it from moving around. Next, you're going to sew it together so that it stays together, then fold it and sew it again so that you have a tube for the hole to go through, for the pole to go through. Once you have a tube, you have curtains. Curtains. I say it's curtains. It's curtains for you. It's curtains for you. I don't remember how they say it.
It's curtains for you, Rocky. Curtains.
You hang them up and you're done. No more nosy neighbors. Fuck you, pants! Oh. And an unexpected bonus is that the pink light coming through gives me this badass filter. So my Instagram is about to be full of slutty cotton candy selfies. You're welcome. I love these curtains. And I love all my cuties on Patreon. Oh my God, y'all are the best. If you notice, during these segments, the audio is way better. That is because I just got this awesome lapel mic. Thanks to Patreon. Your support makes things happen, and the more cuties that sign up, the more awesome and professional and magical all of our projects get. both online and the in-person stuff. So thank you so much. And extra big thank yous to my Patreon ringmasters, Kyle Hatler and Stephen Bobby. Fuck yes, I love y'all. I hope you enjoyed this episode of SGTV. In the next episode, I'm going to be making glam circus nightstands. Very excited about that. So please check back soon. I love you so much. Thank you. Bye. Mwah, mwah, mwah.